Hello friends, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you how to do a lovely fish card, but wait, when you see the inside, it's going to pop, boom. See? I think it's beyond cute. So let's get started. The only stamp set that I'm using today for this, it's the Seaside Shore. And then I'm using the Seaside embossing folder. That folder, I want to share a tip with you. It's almost like the wood grain folder. So if it want to crack your paper when you emboss it, just put a piece of vellum paper, and you can use snail and keep it there at all time. I was out of vellum paper, so I order more, and I want the full size. So when I get the full size, I will add just 2 little pieces of snail at each 4 corner and keep it that way. That's the way that I use the wood one. Let me show you the wood one. And that, I done that since the beginning, and it's still there. See, it's all used there. But that way it stopped the cracking of your cardstock. And you do that on the side, the back side here inside, where you see the Stampin' Up logo or the Sizzix. That's where you're going to add your vellum. So first, we're going to start with the inside. You're going to need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Pool Party that measure 5 1/4 by 8. And you're going to score at 4 inch. Now let's fold this into, I had something stamped there. That's okay. It's going inside so it won't show. We're going to put that at the center. It is 2 5/8 right there. Just past the half there, 2 5/8. Even if it's not right in the middle, it's okay. You want to make sure you score very good and go all the way to 1 1/4. If it don't go to both layers, it didn't, turn it around, or you can use your scissors. Whichever way. I think I'm going to use my scissors here, so I'm right at the same spot, because you want both layers. Now, after we've done that, we could use our score, make marks, and so on. For me, I like the fast way. So you're going to use my bone folder. Take this and try to fold this straight here. See, this is pretty much straight. Take your bone folder, really reinforce this. You try to make this line straight. Now take this and bring it up. And like I said, this is, I had something stamped there. Don't worry about that because it's going to go inside. We won't see that. Now we're going to open this up again. Go on the other way. Fold it back the other way. We want to really increase this here so it's going to open and close easy. Okay, now what we will do is open this up. Push this in, fold it, reinforce again. See, we get our mouth done. Was that simple or what? Now, we would do the stamping in the bottom. I won't do the whole stamping because I think the video will be too long. What I done, I just used the seaweed in this and stamp in the bottom with bubbles and the starfish. Now what we're going to do is, you can measure in case you didn't went right at the right spot, you know, the same length. You can measure what is your square. Mine it's about, this one it's 1 3/4. The other one was about 2, so I must have went at 1 1/2. So so measure one of the length there. And this one, it's 1 3/4. The other one, I must have cut at 1 1/2 because it gives me 2. So we're going to go at 1 3/4, just a little bit smaller than your measurements. I just go above my line there. So now I got a square. We're going to cut that diagonal And I'm going to have the list of all the supplies that I use there on my blog or just above. I wanted blue and yellow for, like, my daughter liked Finding Nemo, so it's going to be there. Now I'm going to use, I had used the polka dot. This is in the stack of designer series paper. The color, that's going to retire. All the designer paper, it's going to be retiring. But note that it's going to be many other paper coming out. So if you don't have that paper, it's sold out, you can use other paper. We're going to use this here, fold this in two, like this. And then we're going to fold this in two. My mind is distracted right now because I just realized that I forgot to cut my arcs. So let me cut a heart out of this. It won't be long. Whoops. Here we go. Here we go. Now I get the hearts, because that's the one we want to do first. I'm going to put the polka dot for the tail. Just fold the heart in two. Now we're going to put those one first. I like to use Tombow for this because it's very delicate. I mean, you want to move it and you want to have space to not only to move it, but when it closes, it have to have some give first. So I'm going to put that here. And we're going to put that right at the center here. Move that right there. I'll get a bit of glue where it shouldn't be. If that happens, I'm going to use my adhesive remover here. Okay, let's fold this in two. Okay, now we get the tail. Now we're going to use the top and the bottom here. And that sometimes you're going to have to do a little bit of trimming. Because if it's not, if it's too big, then it won't close. You're going to see what I'm saying here. We're going to put this here. So you see, that's why you want to fold in two. Put that with your fold. And we're going to put that there. You want a little bit smaller, because if it's too big, that's what I'm saying, you're going to have to trim it. See? Now we're going to use the Pansy Punch. That's what I use for his little finch there. And I'm going to use 2 petals on each. So 2 petals of the Pansy Punch. Now we're going to put glue in the back. Right at the edge here. And over here. Now I'm using the 1/2" circle for his eyes. Here we go. Even if his finch are not quite equally, that's okay. It's a fish, right? So for his eyes, I got the 1/2" circle here. We're going to do 2 of them. I want him to have big eyes. I'm going to put a spot there, a spot there. And I could have cut a smaller one in the black, and I couldn't find a smaller old punch that I had. So I just draw a circle here with my black marker. Or if you would have some, you know, those art, the eyes that move, that would be fun. So now you got it. See, very simple. Then the greeting, it is from that stamp set also. And I'm stamping that with Night of Navy. Here we go. And voila. Open your day, it's swimmingly. And then if you want, you can put that on your card base that measure 8.5 by 5.5, score at 4 1/4. And you can take a pencil and write a message, or you could stamp. So to know where to stamp, the best thing to do, it would take a pencil, not a pen, but a pencil, and do a little mark. And I don't have a pencil here, but what I would do, I'm going to do a little mark. I would come right here, do a mark right in the center. So then you know where your center is. So then you could stamp something. So I didn't bring a greeting. For the one I'm sending to my daughter, I wrote something there. So what I'm going to do, I just eat some of starfish. Here we go. Here we go. So when he open his mouth, he gets starfish there. So now we're going to glue this inside. We want to adhere only one side at a time. So close this, put it right at the center. Don't go over your score line. Do it have to be right at the side of your score line. Take your and bring this down. Open this up, and that's why I was saying this piece, I must have started a card and not finish it here. And then take the flap, push it down, and see when you open it up, you get this starfish food there. Or this one, what I done, I put I love you in it. I'm sending this to my daughter, it's final exam, and I thought that was the perfect card for her. Now for the top, I use Night of Navy that measure 5. I don't like snail. I like fast fuse better. Well, I don't have fast fuse here. It's Night of Navy, measure 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to come right here. Now I emboss this with the Seaside Shore. Now what I done, I just use my ink pad Pool Party and just add the top of the wave there, so it added a little bit more. You see, that's simple. Now for the bottom, for the sand at the bottom of the sea, I use a piece of cardstock. Start with about 4.5, 5, the length by 1, and tear this. And why you want longer, it's because you don't want the same proportion. So I should have had some up and down there. And then, you know what, I will have some up and down. You want to, you know, go up and down when you tear this up, so then it's not, it look like it's not equal bottom. Now this is going to be sponge with crumb cake, and then I would glue this at the bottom, trim the side, and then add your fish. I color the fish. Some I use so saffron, daffodil delight, then I add some Bermuda Bay, whatever you want your fish to look like. And then I cut my seaweed and just stuck it here and there, the seaweed. So you see? And I use the bubble. This is the bubble in the stamp set, and I stamp on top of that after, and I stamp some at the bottom too for the starfish that they were breeding. And here the fish, when they open, I put the bubbles there. So this is it, my friend. Hope that I inspire you to do a lovely fish. I think he's funny. He reminds me of Finding Nemo, that fish in there. So this is it for now. for all the stamping product, just above or below in the description, you get the link to my blog post, and you can go there, shop 24/7, and you get all the supplies list there. Thank you so much, and have a lovely week, my friend. Bye-bye for now.